July 2nd, 2025. Doc Ellis, your HIC doctor for Oklahoma City. We're going to talk about video surveillance. This is a handout at ellisclinic.com on video surveillance. I have testified at this time 1,590 times, and every time I've gone to federal criminal court, usually over video surveillance, I've never lost a case. And every time I've gone to federal criminal court, the judges threaten the prosecuting attorneys with contempt and even jail. Now, prosecuting attorneys, my taxes pay your salary. You better know the damn law and follow it. Now, video surveillance is not medical evidence. My interpretation of the video is medical evidence. Right? Now, the Employee Compensation Appeal Board and Federal Workers' Comp, I'll read this to you. The employer should become familiar with the United States Department of Labor. The Employees Compensation Appeal Board Decision Order, docket number 11-863, issued September 26, 2012. This is a partial summary. Read the case. Stop wasting my tax dollars videoing these people just to intimidate them to get them to quit. And if they do video, we'll go kick their ass. If they don't know the law and they're lazy and they don't, and now you better know it. I teach this stuff. You better know it. Okay, video surveillance must be seen by the employee and their attorney, so you can't just go do it. The employee statements must accompany the video. The Department of Justice Office Inspector General presents a video to a physician. They have become an agent for the employer. You can't come see me, employer. I wish you could. Now, in state workers' comp, I can call Acme Brick up and talk to the supervisor and get the guy's lawn mowed and keep everybody copacetic, keep jobs and keep things moving. But in federal, the employer can't talk to me directly. Okay? So my restrictions to the employer are very stringent because we can't talk unless they have a nurse case manager come in, then we can talk. My restrictions to an employee is your biological system, use it or lose it. Okay, to back down to the ruling. Videos are not good medical evidence. Okay, every time I've testified, I told the judge, I said, Your Honor, you don't get to look at the videos. I look at the videos and you look at my interpretation of the videos. Okay? And the people that took the videos are not experts in medicine, so that's not medical evidence. It may sound reasonable, but it's not. For instance, this was a state workers' comp. I rated a guy's back, and then they show me a picture of him holding a saddle. He won the steer roping contest, and so the deposition, the attorney for the company, could that change your opinion? Sure. Okay, I mean, truth is truth. I don't care if they're loose. Jesus reads my reports. Okay. So anyway, so I have the patient come back. Now this is interesting. Most doctors would never see the guy again. They would have seen the video or the picture and stopped. Okay, but I had him come back, and my golly, his back's still 20%. Still 20%. So we have another deposition. This time he showed me a video. Then I took the video and raised it to 40% because his lower lumbar spine, as he's healing. In other words, he's on the horse, and he takes the rope, and he gets the back heels. And he's all upper body. His lower body doesn't move at all. I raised him to 40, and he got his 40%. Now, most doctors would not do that. So if you're going to do legal medicine, doctors, do it. Now, I'll tell you what pisses me off. If you do state workers' comp, you're going to go do deposition. If you do car wrecks, personal injury, you're going to have video depositions or go to court. If you're going to do federal workers' comp, that's legal medicine, you better be able to do an oral hearing, you better be able to send things to ECAB, and you better be able to go to federal criminal court. If you can't do that, get out of it! Or send it to somebody that will. I'll do it for you, but you don't have to learn that. Okay? So video surveillance is not life. Okay? It has to be interpreted by a doctor. And the post office, even though ECAB has this ruling, does it all the time. I've testified in federal court for federal employees, Social Security, veterans, when they're video surveillance. Now okay, but that it also is good. Okay, so at one time, this is another state workers' comp, a guy's a principal and a counselor in a small town, and he has a really bad foot injury, and he's getting like 40%, and he's got a limp from the fat. I think he had 20% for his back. I see him several years later. The foot is now what's called a Charcot joint, really worse. I mean, really bad. And of course, his back's going to be worse. And he said, I can't move, I can't do anything. I can't even do range of motion on his neck sitting in his chair. Now, that's faking. I said, sir, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to have to say, you can't turn his neck. This is fraud. You shouldn't do this. No, I can't move, I can't move, I can't. Well, the video is of him playing racquetball by himself. Now, he can take that racquetball, hit that, and dribble it back to himself. Now, he can't, his back is worse. He can't bend over, but he can take that racket and hit that ball, and then pretty soon the ball's up and he kicks it. Okay? So his back's probably around 40%, but obviously his neck's moving just fine. And so then I had to testify against him. I was working for his attorney, the plaintiff attorney representing him, and then the other doctor was representing the insurance company. We both testified against him twice. He would not cop a plea. So he goes to jail. And now my opinion is, well, maybe he is unable to work because before he could do sedentary work as a counselor. He wasn't permanently disabled, he's intelligent, but maybe he's not intelligent enough to be a counselor, and maybe he is permanently disabled. But anyway, that's an extreme case, okay? And everybody remembers the extreme cases. And that's rare, folks. When I started doing legal medicine in the early 70s, I thought 60% of my patients be normal, honest people, and 40% be kind of flaky. Amongst normal doctors, not insurance company doctors, normal everyday doctors, we're very conservative. That made me pro-injured person. Now I've been doing this for 100 years, well, I'm 50 plus years. Very few people fake. Now, obviously, there's psychological overlay. In other words, if you're working for Manpower and had a state workers' comp claim, you had to get an attorney, but no big deal. If they treated you, you'd be surprised. But if you're working for a company for years, and then the insurance company comes in on a workers' comp case and screws you, that's personal, okay? If you're working for the GOV, the government, because you're raised in America, Truth, Justice, America Way, Superman comic books, the government's supposed to be honest in America. We're the good guys, okay? And when the good guys, through stupidity, usually stupidity, lack of training, screw you, it's personal. If you're a vet and you go to the VA and you get turned down and you pick up the vibes, and they think there's a subconscious bias against anybody who files a claim and it has to go into litigation. Okay? I had it. My transcriptionist, wonderful lady. RN, paralegal, when she did my reports, they were wonderful. Well, she's getting carpal tunnel. I teach ergonomics, keyboard moves, and desk move, and I get a program that locks up her computer every 30 minutes. Say, Vicki, take a 5-minute break. Well, she's a hard-working Okie, and she just keeps working, and she gets carpal tunnel. I said, you have to file a state workers' comp. Well, I don't want to. Vicki, you're a Christian. You have to obey the emperor. The emperor's law is you have to file a workers' comp. I've been paying workers' comp premiums. You have to file. Okay? I mean, an open, okay. But what was fascinating, after that, every time I'd see Vicki get to work, my physical body, my non-born again body, not my spirit, would go, wish she quit. Now she's an RN, a paralegal, and does transcription. Wow! Okay? It's like, shut up, Ellis. But why does my physical, emotional body do that? Because workers' comp means fault. VA disability means fault. And everybody said it's not my fault. VA's just even worse. It's that about a year ago, guy turned in his thing as he's retiring from the military. Sergeant tore it up, said, give me a blank piece of paper. I won't do it. It's not coming out of that sergeant's payroll. Okay, there's a bias against your litigant. So when you're in VA and you're in federal workers' comp, there's going to be a bias. It's a subconscious bias. It's pervasive. Sometimes it's open hatred, and it's something you have to put up with. But it makes people err and make mistakes and blow people off. And they're probably fellow brothers and sisters in the Lord. Okay? There's a bias. Everybody has it. At least if you're the KKK, you know you're a bigot. But most people don't know they're a bigot in federal workers' comp, VA disability, and state workers' comp, and personal injury. And so I've been fighting that battle forever. In fact, when I first started doing this, I'm walking down the hall, my fellow doctor. We lived in Paul, South Oklahoma. Loved there 7 years being a family practitioner, fit football team doctor. God, just good old-fashioned family practice, great fun time. We're walking down the hall, and I started doing this legal stuff. And John says, John, if you do this, you're going to be known as an attorney's doctor. And, oh my God, I'll lose my salvation. Then wait a minute. I'm good at this. I'm damn good at this. I love going to court. I love war. I know the law. I love the law. We got the best judicial system mankind's ever come up with. And so if you're in court with me, you better know your shit. I'm going to kick your ass, especially if you're a federal prosecuting attorney. Did you not hear me? Every time I've been to federal criminal court, the judge has threatened the prosecuting attorneys in Washington, D.C. with contempt and even jail. So get my CV, look me up, read those transcripts, and don't bring me into court unless you know your shit. Because I'm going to kick your ass. But also, I love you. I'd like for you to do it right. I'll help you. I'm going to tell the truth. I don't care if hair lips. Jesus reads my report. I don't care who else reads it. Okay? So, happy 4th of July.